Alright, what's up everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Tuesday. So anyways, let's continue where we left off. The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. And luckily the river is a good distance from any of the... I read this before. It's unlikely... Yeah, I read this. I'm going to skip the dialogue that we read already. Oh, there's someone here. Hmm. Oh, there's someone there. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I got in the wrong people, but would you happen to be a curse bearer? Oh, she's probably the one that's with the other guy, the guy with the glasses. Curse bearers, what's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everyone's talking about it. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more? Miss, what was your name again? Oh, silly me, I'm a Yame. Okay. Let's just keep talking to her. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow. No, I think I get the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So are you saying you're one of these curse bearers? No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yatura is. Yeah, so that is her. Yatura, is that your boyfriend? Oh heavens no, just a friend. His full name is Yatura Namiga. Yeah, that's who he is. He's this guy. Yeah, that guy. Anyways. Well, I suppose you could say partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. So where's this Yaturo now? Well, about that, he's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer. Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show about being a top student, only to flunk where it counts. So now I'm here looking for curse bearers myself, if you want something done right. She says her name's Ayane. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave walking around alone so late. Or maybe there's more to it. Probably. He's lost it. How did he do that? It wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he doesn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you probe into all that things. I'm just the curious sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Okay, what was the question though? Yaturo could be a little irrational sometimes. So, I have to keep a level head on my shoulders, right? Okay. And why do you approach us? Yes, exactly. So anyways, mind if I ask you why you thought I was curse bearer? Exactly. You just came out of nowhere saying that. So, oh dad, I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers? Great question. And the answer is, I was gonna ask you very nicely for your curse stones. That duck lip, that's funny. And you thought we have given them to you, just like that. Well, maybe not, but you know what they say, you never know until you ask. You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. She's probably gonna say, that's not my boyfriend. Oh goodness, no. We're just... I knew it. Friend zone. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know. So, let's continue that. Anyways, you are in Curse Bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me. We can't, because you still got some dialogue to exhaust. So what do you think? What are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection? Well, Yutaro has his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I could get behind it though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered. I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it with someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it all for myself. I knew it. Well, until you lost it anyways. Oh, but don't tell Yotaro I was gonna do that, okay? I don't think he'll be happy to hear it. Yeah, see. Of course, keeping secret is my business. My, aren't you dashing? Woo-poo. Oh, I'm doing good, dude. I hope you're doing well as well. Sorry for the late reply. Sounds like you really have your heart set on this right. What were you hoping to use it on? Do you promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart. Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-en in particular. Ukiyo. You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you really think so? Everyone says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyos as some inaccessible high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, I guess. And as I'm concerned, I'm the undisputed king of ukiyo. I think it's ukiyo-e, but let me Google that just to make sure. And the oni hakusai. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. 1 second. Let's see. Well, of course I gotta add. Oh great, I have another ad. I'm sorry. Ukiyo-e. Ikiyo-e. Yukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e. One more time. Got it. Okay, fair enough. Ukiyo-e is the one and only Hakusai. Have you heard of him? Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period? That's right, you're just as knowledgeable as you look. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. They're the only works of his most people know. But Hakusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. There's only the teeny tiny tips of vertebrables for icebergs of work. I gotta admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself. Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hakuisai died at the age of 90, he left over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up into his old age, huh? Impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he has more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out. Hold on, are you saying... Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? Oh no. No way this is going where I think... Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. You gotta be kidding me. So if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to... That's right, I want to bring Hakuisai back to life. Well, that's a certain novel idea. That's what she used it on. What a waste. Oh gosh. Is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on the curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck. Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after the curse stones, we should keep an eye on her. 2 if we can. Why did you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers. My, there's a good chance we're clashed sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I will tail her for a while. Hey, zombie. Alright. Okay, so Haru has received multiple reports about other suspected curse bearers, although concerned about Ayame, who is apparently also after the curse stones. She entrusts Richter to continue his investigation. Okay. "3 a.m. The witching hour." Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for the curse bearers and came home alone. Okay. The old Shigima mansion. We rebuilt it here after the Great Kanto earthquake. It's always stayed the same all these years. Even the war didn't touch it. I never liked growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, a mockingbird. Well, that's really an ostrich, but whatever. I guess go inside. Oh, okay. We unlocked a new scene. Cool. My question is, should I do the scene or should I continue where she was at? No more curses. Whatever, let's do the new one. Alright, so after persuading Naraishi, the curse bearers of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Tsutsumi and Iryu have obtained 3 cursed stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. Okay. Okay. 4 a.m. Oh boy. Well, the whole apartment is fucking hot. I'm sorry to hear that. That must be very frustrating. Anyways, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. Yeah, I hope so, man. Stay cool, zombie. This is the last spot, huh? And we got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looks suspect from the top to bottom, maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we'll need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? No way. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out the last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Okay. Off to the part. Okay, this is where we left off in the prologue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it, we're too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm gonna call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in this area just now. The medical unit and forensic team are on their way, but it's going to be a while before they arrive. Oh, this is bad news. So they got something else. You think this is the work of the curse bearer? With suspicious death popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. Okay. Huh? Boss, that phone is ringing. I guess check out the phone. What's this? There's something stuck to the side of the phone. Oh, okay. It's a pelican. Come on, boss. That's not what we're supposed to be searching for. Okay. Well, we better go check it out. You're right. But be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You could do it. Go on now. Damn it. Hello. Kinshibori Park. Evening, detective. How things are looking out there? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tsutsumi himself. I can't say that. Oh, wait. That's Chief Inspector Tsutsumi now, isn't it? You come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already after all the time we spent together? What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite a runaround. Wait, is this... Nijima. What? Did you say Nijima? Like the one from the murders? Ding 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 ding, you got it. I had a feeling that the great Tsutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in the cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. Shouldn't have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. That it did. I repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison didn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? If this is the real Najima, he must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Damn it. Let's just exhaust the dialogue. What is your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice, keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'll never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No thanks, I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh no, it's a hassle. No hassle at all. It would be all too easy just to kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. That's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Sutsumi. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel that way. He says, shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. Oh gosh. You see, this time I want you to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Oh no. I'm so sorry, dear Najima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly what I'm always hating you so much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would save me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well, then we're both crazy. We got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm gonna kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss, what about me? Oh wait, are you trying to protect me? Well, never mind. There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what that sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Whoa. Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you. Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living on her own. She's living on her own, right? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me she just happened to live in Honjo. What? She does? No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm gonna find you and make you pay. I love it. Keep going. I want you to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be like old times. I won't let that happen. Okay, same dialogue. How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice is to die for. Man, this is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. You have the Evergreen Beach, no? Nijima, you're a curse bearer. You're using the power of the curse. Indeed, and what a particular curse it is. But that's where my hint ends. God damn it. The cursed echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. Ah, and one more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally gonna shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'll get bored. No, I'm good. You got me really fired up. You're in my head. Well done. Well, this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm gonna kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last living here. You couldn't. Oh, but this is the curse of mine. I can. I'll give you until dusk. But then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And that's be all your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know that they all died because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull a curse like that. Unfortunately for you, I can. My curse stone is a strong one. Which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot, you call idiot. You think I called it off just because you were dead? There's no way running away from you. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nijima. You got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to put a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifice made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid. Wait, Nijima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. Boss, did you catch all that? Nijima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find them and get them into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is gonna be make things more tricky. You mean, would Nijima be a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like this curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting out of our investigators caught in the crossfire. Well, use them to find out where he is. But we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye, aye, boss. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nijima's threat, along with the curse, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Hojo serial killers still made an international headlines following the death of the police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Sasumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into the Nijima's whereabouts. Satsumi and Irio themselves spent the rest of the night looking for the curse bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. Aww. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Alright, so we got some new scenes. Alright, so we're sorting things out. Still in the park. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. It took you long enough. Alright, things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some information. Let me fill you in. Thanks, the floor is yours. Alright. A total of 3 mystery deaths were confirmed in the area, including the ones in this part. So let's start with that one, the young man we found here. He's been identified as Okie, 25-year-old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of abscess. I want to pronounce that. Hold on. How do you pronounce that word? I do recognize that word because I've seen it before, but I don't know how to pronounce it. The reason why I know that word is because that's the name of a monster in Silent Hill Homecoming. It's the one with the multiple hands, but it's shaped like it's like, I think it's the first or second boss in that game. Anyways, let me see. How do you pronounce that? Oxfixis. Oh wait. Ophxiash. I can't pronounce it. Well, let me just hear what they say. It's not saying it though. Hold on. I don't hear it. It says offici. I'm sorry. I just really want to pronounce this. Officia. I can't pronounce that shit. Anyways, due to water in the lungs, he drowned. He drowned in the middle of the park? That's not possible. It's got to be a curse we're dealing with. About that boss, isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries too? Oh shit. It's got to be the Whispering Canal because I remember they brought that up. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there was a link between a canal and a death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Irio. You're starting to get that hang of this. So let's assume they're related. What's next? I don't know. Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamisama. The victim was identified as Hayashi, 29-year-old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in this area. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. No murder weapon was discovered in this area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat and heavy, that could crush her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on, meaning, have you heard of a horror game called Enemy Zone? Let me look it up. But I'm being honest, that title, no. But let me see if I know it by the cover. Enemy Zone. I see a book. Game. No, I don't think I have. It's a horror game? The same people who made D, so it's a FMV. Hmm. I never heard of it. Wait. No, I'm thinking of another game. I'm thinking of No, I don't think I have. Enemy Zone. I'm looking it up. Oh no, you put Enemy Zero. Okay, sorry. I thought you said Zone. Enemy Zero. It's for the, okay, that's probably why I never heard of it, because it's for the Sega Saturn. I don't think I have. Yeah, anything. Yeah, it's developed by Warp. That is the same people who made D. The problem with Sega Saturn games, I said this many times, they're very expensive to get, and they're very the discs get very corroded quick. So, oh man, it was. Let me. I'm just reading now that I have my phone out. So the game was designed for Sony's PlayStation, but due to grievances with Sony, the game was announced and will be exclusive for the Sega Saturn in a dramatic press conference, and support for the Saturn outside of Japan was waning at the time. There is a PC port though, but I played the port for D. I actually have D on aside from having it on the PlayStation, I do have a port on it on Steam, and that Steam that fucking port sucks. So if it plays just like D on Steam, if there is a PC port, it must suck too. I'm looking. I don't know, but yeah, I never heard of it. I heard about it recently while looking for some horror games list for Halloween. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. I'm very excited that you're looking for some titles, specifically obscure titles. You know. But anyways, the place the body was discovered is also known. And thank you for sharing that information. I never heard of that game. The place the body was discovered is also to be relating to Seven Mysteries. There's some videos that talk about it too. Cool. Then is this the Namigaki doing? Shit, I knew he used it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Okay, someone acknowledged this game exists. I know, I never heard. The thing is, like, I have a love-hate relationship with the Sega Saturn. They have some cool-ass games, but a lot of their games can never be a good handful of their games are not like remastered for like modern consoles, and it's a shame. Like Burning Rangers, and I heard like the gameplay of Burning Rangers is kind of bad, but I still want to play it. You know, I'm pretty sure Sega could do like a port of that game. Knights they fucking ported it in modern consoles, so I'm like, why not? Sonic R is kind of ported, but not really. I mean, this Resident Evil, but eh. But yeah, the Sega Saturn, because I'm thinking about fighting games in Sega Saturn. The Sega Saturn actually had better ports of fighting games than they were on the PlayStation, and some of them didn't even come out in the States. Oh, okay, so this guy died. Shinochi. I'm sorry, now I'm not reading, I'm just looking. Alright, the Fool's Possession is where yeah, this is where we met the schoolgirl. with the foolish procession, so we can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse, but it was. Or was it? I don't remember. I see. Either way, it seems that all three victims could be tied into the 7 mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling all the strings. But you got a point. All these strange deaths do point to one direction. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different. He also died of mysterious causes in the place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? Yeah, that's right, there are 2. That's a thought, but if that was the case, we will be dealing with a more powerful practitioner. One that could pull off a curse like that is without a curse stone. There aren't any people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh really, I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'll be more surprised if you did. Should I guess it's just exhaustive, right? Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. But we can't rule one that there were more killings with the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh, that's great news. So basically we're safe during the daytime. Exactly. It's only likely that Najima gave us till dusk. Ah, he must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we still got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flush out the other curse bearers. Hey, boss, let's do this. Alright, so the identity of the 4 curse bearers you included. Okay. We got both of their curse stones. And then there's Nijima, who claims he has the one-sided read. Yeah, and that's about sums it up. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nijima may lead us to other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we can't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yushima. I got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye, boss. Looks like we got our work cut out for us. It seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio. Oh yeah, that girl from school. Oh yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it was a suicide, looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds and all. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, cause he ordered a full investigation. But it already has been deemed as a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. Huh. What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of the building, a ways from the road. There was no evidence of vehicles collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it. Yes, a truck or other flat-faced vehicles traveling at high speed could inflict some damage. In other words, something like a traffic accident could look an awful lot like a fall. So there is a chance it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it can't be a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. This has turned into quite the case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision from that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we got no proof. That said, it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide. It's possible that someone silenced Yushima because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is one of those who did him in? Not quite. He had already talked to the forensics in the traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like it was enough to kill a cop. Oh, that's right, unrelated. But I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio's address. Yushima went there a bunch of times for the investigation, but it might be a good idea for us to drop by. Good thinking. Hopefully that'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Self-aware. Alright, so you remember the girl with the day he died? He told me? Community safety didn't have any contact information on her. Not even an address. Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they haven't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues, from the sound of it. They even said that they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can we have community safety track her down for us? We can ask. But it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, the high school is closed today. Because the teacher died. That's right. Alright. But if it's not something we could do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. So much dialogue. I got some information about the fiancé. Her name is Mayu, 27-year-old. She works as a beautician in the area. Oh, that looks like that's a keyword I need to... Key features I need to remember. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She's a beauty. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yushima died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, there's no response, just dead silence. There it is. Can't things get more easier? Okay. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps. It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. But Yushima was well liked. But they've been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind a closed door. I guess so. But we have to consider the opposite of scenarios too. It could be that same person who was out for Yushima is out for his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. You're right, either way, she's important to this case. Well, we'll know as soon as she's found. Alright, one more topic. HQ was mobilized for our search unit for Nijima, but so far we haven't received any words. Guessing he wasn't at home at work. About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives. It gets worse. I checked in with that factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second, you're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he's been doing house visits and interviews, but they never bothered checking on his workplace. He also said he lost track of Nijima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's just sloppy, I agree. I heard that they were giving parole to just anyone these days, but how they're running out of the prisons is just ridiculous. Which also means that there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. So Nijima got to fuck about unsupervised. God darn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse, or is that insanity? Whatever the situation calls for it. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He probably is hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. Here's my theory. I'll be honest, this is my theory. I think he's the janitor. from the school. That's just what I think. I think he's the cleaning guy at the high school. Anyways, that explains why he so made a contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paper to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. That's gotta take way too long. We have until dusk. Okay, is that everything? Nope. Speaking of Nijima, yeah? Did you manage to reach your daughter? It'll be best to put her under custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when she went home either. That's not good. Doesn't that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Dang, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we send an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was a real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nijima do it? That cuts deep. Yikes, sorry. It just kind of slipped out. Anyways, I suspect it has something to do with this cursed echo. Back on topic already, huh? Yes. He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. Okay. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Right. One of the more gruesome ones of the 7 mysteries. Is that all? No, I'm still not. As for Nijima's whereabouts, all we could do is throw more people at it until we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigations? We could go to the high school to look at Okuda, or Michio's house to find more... Hold on. What is that music? Are they playing some jazzy music? Guys, this isn't Lupin the Third. What the heck? Give me a sec, I'm still listening. Okay. Alright, I think we're done. He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have all that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. It gave me a chance to rest up. Okay. I think, yeah, we exhausted the dialogue. Good. We can move. Alright, let's see. Where do I go now? Fancy sushi. I guess so. This music. Alright, so I guess go to high school. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Hmm. Ishimi also looks for these students as a officer. Juvenile delinquency has been growing a problem for years now. The school is no exception. Okay, got an update. The school gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Okay. This place is only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshima's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the fool's possession and of course where the teacher was killed. It seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Alright, speaking of schools, what is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to us? A lot of people involved in this case lead back to that school anyways. So it might make things easier to have them with us. For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When you become such a smooth talker. Anyways, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I think she's dead though. Anyways, I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Okay, never mind. Alright. It seems like the house is at the end of the road. Okay. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Oh. Cool. Got an eagle. Alright, I'll go check the house. Now what? Oh. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one's home. Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the window, but there was no sign or activity inside either. And I saw about the newspaper stuffed into the mailbox. Do I suspend this? Nah. Nah, I guess we'll suspend it. Now what? Alright, let's see what's up with her. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your crystal looking? I haven't felt anything from it since then. Interesting. It's possible that its power can be only unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you up so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done in what limited time I had. Very well, let's talk. I guess talk. By the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. And what's that? Our current plans is to steal a curse stone that's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with a curse bearer and have them use the right for our own purposes. Oh? I mean, I suppose that will be accomplished the same, but do you think it's possible? As long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you expect. Compensation? Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigimas, wouldn't it? Of course, why of any amount would be fine if it gets the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back then with some ransom. Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate with? Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dregs. Did you see the news this morning? No. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They have yet to announce their identities, but they've been nicknamed the Hojo serial killers. It's garnered quite some attention to the streets. Oh my. Only 3? That's what I thought. Even the victims were curse bearers. Just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough for soul dregs. And for what the curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seem a little on the low side. With this little activities of all throughout the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has gathered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action. And then we could offer them the deal. It's the same dialogue. Okay. Is there a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs? Can we be sure that there's even a rite of resurrection? Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth. Seeing it might be for naught. Do you want to give up, ma'am? I don't think she does. Never. Understood. After all, we never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. Oh, I see the frames are dropping. That's not good. Okay, we're back on green. Anyways, but we'll do it without using the curse ourselves. Golly, this is a long topic. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night, but I only managed to get detailed information on 2. You're quick. I suppose that would be expected from an investigator. I appreciate the flattery. First, there's Ayame, the girl we talked to before. She's a student attending T University. You even determine her address. You're not one to be underestimated. I called every single university with the ukiyo-e in the curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. It doesn't seem like she returned home yet. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble. Didn't you attempt to follow her last night? I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track on her. And here I thought you were the investigator. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She has plans to steal the curse stones just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Next is the tall man who was dressed in black. I met him near Kishiko. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information on him. Impressive. What can I say? Oh, okay, I know what they're talking about. That's the fake Phoenix Wright guy. I wonder what a man working for such a company will be up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they hadn't started the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. And we have one more, Chris Bearer, right? And I ran into a suspicious young man last night. This one seems to be collecting soul dregs, right? Oh yeah, that's Jinochi. That's the teacher, I believe. No, that's not Jinochi, I lied. That's a Sasagi. Okay. There's more? Okay, now we're done with that. Kidnapping. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killers. There was a body found at the high school. The person was identified as Jinochi. Okay, that's the one I was thinking of. Do you think he was a curse bearer? Not sure. It is possible. Just when we were getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know about everything about Michio. Understood. Serial killings. Alright. In addition to the 3 victims in the serial killings, Michio, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officers died at the former Yasurugi Gardens. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they bound to inspire some strange rumors, of course. But those last 2 have nothing to do with the 7 mysteries, no? It's true, but both occurred a week before this situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved with those killings. How? What if they were preliminary steps to awakening the 7 mysteries curse? Can we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is baffling, that it'll be easier if they were connected to these curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on this mastermind. You're right. If we wish to focus on this mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. No, there's more, of course there is. We might even discover more deaths related to the curse on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue our investigation? What do you want to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be fine, the place to start. Right, let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. Let's see. Let's go to a new area. So this is where the guy worked at. The guy from the prologue, and also the fake Phoenix, right? They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears they're up and running now. Back in the Edo period, the canal known as the South Warigesue ran through this area, but it's been turned into a major road. It's been away from the station, or Rigoku Station, though it still considers a nice area. The stories of the ever-burning lantern and the foot-washing mansion both took place around here. One of the bodies discovered this morning was found by this road as well. This is quite a lively area, huh? I suppose you could call it somewhat of a city center. Okay. Okay. To think a small soap making company could grow so much in such a short time. They have factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can only see why director and now chairwoman Yamamori is called the queen. Okay. Okay. You mentioned that Takumi works out as her secretary. That's correct. Do you think it's possible he's acting on her order? That's exactly my thinking. A crisper with both money and power could certainly look at resurrection after not surprise. Negotiating with a person on that stature may prove difficult. You can see people inside. Okay. Okay, I got that part, so we're good here. It's the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. Okay. Is there anything else I should do around here? I'll be a large corporation if it comes down to... Yeah, that's true. Maybe move around. So this is the part. Ayame lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. This place is connected with the story of Taiko Segura. Now, not only that, the home was also in this area. That might be why Ayane chose to live here. Okay, got a file. Let's see. Wait, there was something here. What is this? It's another, oh, good going, ma'am. You found a haiku. That's a rare one. Oh my gosh. Is it now? Okay. We won't get much done just standing here. Why don't I go and check out Yama's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? I prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been going home or not, just to potentially get a trace of her movements. Then be my guest. Okay, I shouldn't be long. I'm back, man. So, nothing. I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keep watching in this area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do happen to appear to be watching the building. Interesting. You got a sharp eye to have noticed them despite them being so converted. So some actors and people are getting tired of woke shit and wanting to stop. They want to go back to where things were meant to be entertainment. Yeah. What can I say, zombie? What can I say? What can I say? Oh, exactly, Richter. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it's meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. You were planning to go that far? We won't make much progress. Okay, I read this. So I guess we can move out. Check the high school maybe? Here we are at ground zero. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. It's as the students have nowhere to go now that the school's closed. They could go home. This place is said to be connected with the story of the fool's possession. It wouldn't be surprised if the curse bearer decides to turn up. However, I need to find out if that teacher was a curse bearer or not. I expect that the police to be baffled since they don't know about the curses. I could ask around just to see what the students have to say. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, I'll go ask the students. None of them are ideologies and narcissists, boring people. That always gets the character in me. This character is me. Yeah. So, what did you learn? That school kids sure love good rumors. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Jinochi and Michio. Most of them seem dubious at best. I hate those type of people that need a beer about them. I know, Zombie. We talked about it many times. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought. But there was a story that caught my attention. Oh? Some believe that Michio is one that who killed Mr. Jinochi. Really? The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was gonna kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard this mumbling and told the students. And then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. Rumors that juicy don't stay a secret for long. And as for the other piece of evidence, a pigtail girl in her school uniform was seen around the school last night. Go on. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to the life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio, the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames. But if it was true, I want to get a hold of this in order to hear her side of the kidnapping. If she's alive, that would be ideal. You notice this guy looks like Mike. He definitely has some I hate to say the term swag, but yes. There's still one more thing I should notice. I discovered where Michio lives. A student had a list. He's a mix-up, really. He kind of reminds me of this character named Chad. Yes, his name is Chad. In Bleach, because he has like a Hispanic look, and he has like one eye covered with his hair. The beauty mark is whatever, but the hat, that's definitely MJ. No doubt about it. That's MJ. Because of the curls, maybe. It could be the curls, and Chad has the one eye always covered by his hair. That's why he reminds me of Chad, but personality-wise, no. Two different characters. It's truly worried me how easy it was to attain what should be confidential information. Imagine what should happen if this information goes to the wrong hands. He's doing the duck lips, by the way. Well, so far it hasn't. No. Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's now possible for us to go to her house. It's not only him, a lot of characters do the stupid duck lips. I don't know why. I think I already exhausted. Yeah, I think I exhausted his dialogue. Okay. Alright, so let's go to her house. I think we said we were going to go to her house. How did it go? I went to visit Michio's family, however. He's supposed to. Yeah. Yes. He does many JoJo poses too. You'll see them later. No one seems to be there. I got no answer at the door and all the lights are out. It seems to have been empty for a while. There was a stack of newspaper out front. Hmm. I guess talk to him. I see the music got more spooky. Social connections run deep into working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to the locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me a scoop. Turns out the Shirashi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. Is that so? I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better place of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving them behind. So Michio's mom, Toshiko, is now a single mom. At first they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in turn. So far so good, but what happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill after a year. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently Awai. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow, everyone knew his name. So, what of this Awai character? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. Oh, he might be that guy. He might be Nijima. Anyways, he was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the house. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's scream, pleading with him to not hit Michio. Ooh, yeah, exactly. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear our eerie chanting. Through this, the Shirashi standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko often sees covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even in the day, and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with this domestic dispute. Really? That's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to the house. Maybe locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up entirely and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. It seems that they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish, good for nothing in the first place? I heard many stories. Well, she got shit tastes, that's why. Anyways, I heard many stories where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial stable has also taken a turn for the worse. She also determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life could be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, man. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. Okay. Was that all? Let's see. But the Shirashi certainly hasn't lucked out with theirs, bringing such a violent man into it. Oh, I think I'm done. Okay, so now what? I never liked these messy and cluttered back streets. They give me the jitters every time. It's reassuring to have someone as strong and tall as Richter occupying me. He looks so unfazed. I suppose a detective is used to this kind of thing, always investigating and chasing criminals, like a smooth criminal. Anyways, I wouldn't be cut out for something like this. I think that's all I could do, right? It's quiet over here. The residential area, after all. All these rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? Okay. They were dealt with a tough hand. I can't imagine what it was like. Could it be that the girl was forced by her circumstances to take this part in kidnapping? I don't know. I think that's all I could do for now. Maybe talk to the... I don't know. Check the high school again. There's no development. It attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we could blend in. I guess. I don't think I could do anything else around here. I guess move out. Check the park again. I must have missed something. That's all. In the park. Okay. Okay, so there's no progress here. Okay. Oh, okay. Better go inside and check the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for something to eat, perhaps. Okay, we'll talk. It may be a while, so feel free to find somewhere to kill time. Okay. I guess I missed that part. Sorry to keep you waiting. How did it go? Fast forward to the conclusion. I will fast forward to the conclusion. I met up with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night. But it doesn't seem like he's a curse bearer. But that doesn't mean he has no connections to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we had a curse stone of our own. Excuse me? I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night, however. You said your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask you. I'm hoping you will hand over the cursed stone in your possession. The stupid duck lips. Cursed stone? What are you talking about? There's no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there's no time for it. I had all the same reasons you did to think you were a curse bearer last night. And your arrival here only confirms it. You are a curse bearer, no? You're right, we lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the curse stone of the haunting clapper. I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, this conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it. I didn't know the soap business is specialized in scrubbing clean. It is the prerogative of Miss Yamamori. Is that so? Assuming you attain the curse, you understand the power it involves, no? It possesses supernatural powers akin to those of a god. She also has a deep love for this land. Having transformed it from the pile of dirt, it also has the home of our headquarters. Excuse me. She cannot stomach the fact that it is now site of these curses run rapid. So you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch? She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There is a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamioto, who gallantly working behind the scene, exorcises spirits and the likes. Go on. That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand that urgency of this matter? There are curses we're speaking of, tools which used by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable actions. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, you must hand over the curse stone at once. Very interesting. With that being said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? If what you tell me is true, surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now. Bram Stoker created a book called Professor Abraham Van Helsing. That's where his name. Yes, that's where it comes. In fact, that's where Bram comes from. From Abraham. Yes. People took inspirations of the book and same with Anne Rice. Yeah, of course. We have 6. 6. Whoa, I could rest at ease then. And here I thought I was risking of being a curse. It seems we are on the same page. If that is the case, you should hand over your curse stone immediately. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment, considering it's important. I've been keeping it hiding. Really now. Then I'll accompany you while you retrieve it. I'm sorry, but I got something important to attend to, but I promise I'll return it with it later. Very well. There, you won't refuse to provide your address and telephone, I presume. Oh, he's consistent with this. How prudent of you, I oblige. And that's how it went. So, they aren't after the right after all. It wouldn't be so quick to trust them. Oh? I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have been made up a story to convince us to part ways with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. Like really 6? That's excessive. Yeah, I don't think they have 6. Well now, I feel gullible. The company is plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with the curse stones. He seemed rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite us having not collected any of the soul dregs. Perhaps the people of Hihaku are the masterminds behind this curse being unleashed. Because the chairwoman is a witch. I wonder about that too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went on, or he's trying to spread a rumor. For what purpose would he do that? Recently, people have been caught up about the occult more than ever before. If word spreads that Hihaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from this mystique. I found out of the article who hates Capcom bringing Candy's classic costume back. They hate Maz and makes Baller Gates 3 women look beautiful. What? Really? Oh gosh. I mean, it's just a video game. Oh my gosh. That's unsettling. I'm just skipping the dialogue. Okay. I think we should be done. Unless there's like an additional dialogue I missed. Some weirdo. It's so dumb. Oh. Hmm? Oh, so you came here too. Hmm? What is it? Yeah, it does say a lot about them. I agree. Ah. Would you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako. Rise and shine. Oh, huh? You're up. Huh? It's morning. Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Okay, I guess we're just duh, I'm Yako. Good. Seems like you're fully awake. Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in this situation, it's the best you could hope for. I'm sorry. I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? Oh well, the truth is I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural. You mean you could learn that kind of stuff like with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. That sounds like it must have been tough. Yeah, it would have been a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I ended up as an apprentice, or maybe more like an assistant to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have already had more paranormal disturbance because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put them at stop before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while being a student. Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you got it rough then, but still, that's really amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against that evil spirit. I never knew how I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it was up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school, and why I'm going to look at the cause of all of this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now, now that it's daytime, its power is diminished. I should be able to hold on to it once you give it a try. Right, I do have it, but Yako, is it really so wrong trying to bring Michio back? I mean, I can't approve of it. The right may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then yeah, true. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's why I believe in what I put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yako, I promise I won't use the curse no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it stops the curses. But the but for Michio, that still exists within me. I settled things so we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you could give me the curse stone at any point. Right. Thank you, Mio. Okay then, let's go. Yay! Hmm. I thought it was unusually noisy, but there's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? If the police are here, there's something must I'll go ask. Thanks. This is not good. What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Jonoichi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. There's no way. What? Why? Could it be because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. For what I heard, Mr. Janoichi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises, like he falling from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into the account his unnatural death and the timing, it is very likely it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night. Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. Yeah, so the curse really does kill people. And someone used it. Keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you? Sorry. I wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that he told me? You're right. That's unusual. But she was at the school last night, too. She must know something about Mr. Janoichi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me. Huh? So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it, then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Yeah, right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Exorcism. Huh? So, that's what it was. Okay. So, did you hear about Mr. Janoichi? Heard about it. I know about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What can I tell you? It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out onto the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed. Or something like that while he was running around. Michio, he mentioned Michio. Was there anyone else on the grounds? It was too dark to see for what I was. But for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure, so it could just have been nothing at all, for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life like I was wrong, or I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Janochi and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about it, I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Did you tell that story to the police? Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they believe some insane story anyways. Yeah, she makes a good point. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got in my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh! It might be, not Nijima, the other guy. I forgot the... Hajima's, it might be him. Anyways, I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I am cursed. Pisses me off. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possesses you wasn't that kind of a spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey Mio, I've been thinking about something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Janoichi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she was falling from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hasn't manifested when she died. And if we could trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. Okay, same dialogue. He told me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me went away. Yep, some people are born from a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very, very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken when they're possessed? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent or a child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when two parties are in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seance or whatever you see on TV is all bogus. Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who could align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh? There are people who in life have extremely powerful spirit senses or deep connections with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over a person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to be on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you know if you were choosing their behavior on your own or not? Hence why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirits may influence the behavior and memories of their hosts, the deeper the connections in life, the easier it is to occur. I see, getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Whatever. Might have happened to me doesn't even make a difference. Me able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it for yourself, Yako. Oh, my bad. I think I may pass. So, that's why you had to do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was some weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have just knocked your lights out. You try to perform an exorcism on her without telling her? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. I guess that makes sense. So last night, before you witnessed Mr. Genoichi collapse, can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh right, with everything that's happened with Genoichi? They'll suspect... Okay, they will suspect you, and if we told them we saw you... I can't read. They will suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have to be able to kill them anyways. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Genoichi called me over, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. Whoa, what? How terrible. Whatever. I think seeing the models of Starfield NPCs looks like pretty racist as fuck to me. Really? I mean, I haven't paid attention nothing to that game, so you can't stop laughing at them. There's memes. Oh gosh. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer of society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was just one always acting like a scum, if you ask me. Is that so? Could you tell us of more details why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's so funny. Oh gosh. It's hard to explain. Where to start? I will say this. I saw the collector's editions to that game. Not that I care about Starfield, but I will say the collector's edition of that game has this cool watch. It looks so cool. It looks like a smartwatch, but I don't know. I don't think it is. It's hard to explain where to start. Okay. What did you mean by Mr. Genoichi acting like a scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio, right? The girl who killed herself? Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher has some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her. Call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. Oh, gosh. I was hoping it wouldn't go there. What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you wouldn't get involved in. No way. That's... What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were friends. Genoichi's really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, that's how terrible. He told me, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around the spots around the school people go to when they want to get out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it? Oh gosh. I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck up around her for a bit. She told me everything what happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread the stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and kept it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she was just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Junichi didn't change. He kept on doing what he wanted. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I could do about it now. He told me, if you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell was more responsibility do I have? Hold on. So what the hell was more responsibility do I have other than what I really did? Yako, there's no point blaming, he told me. Michio, why? Did you hear about his dirt, though? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he's been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been doing. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Don't know. Got nothing to do with me. I don't know about that. So last night, how did it start, alright? Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda... Yeah, it was... Okay. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Really rough guy. But good at looking out for folks. So... he was the only one I could talk to. Huh? So there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée. Yeah, this is the same guy. It was hilarious seeing the big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was like my age and she was on my side. It must have been terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh, no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshima always took me straight to the park. Then he listened to whatever it was I was pissed about. That day he called me over like usual. But something seems off about him. Like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? Oh. He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it. A talisman? Oh shit. Yeah, it's a good luck charm. I figure if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted to look for a talisman Michio had that looked like this. Michio, what does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had. Okay, so she definitely had a curse stone. I don't know why they're beating around the bush. Anyways, he knew that I knew her. So that's why he asked me, he said, could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. For what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about Jinochi was doing to her. About what Jinochi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that has such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I look inside, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrape of wood. So you seen the inside of it. From the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that, yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take these two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Nakagoshi. Do you know him, Mia? No, I just heard that name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief at least. Anyways, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead man's request. He told me, yeah? That talisman, would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you that much. It's important to me. Oh, okay. Okay. So last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had. Yeah. And I figured the piece of garbage teacher would know most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it right now. Come to school tonight. He gave me a code of the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for some secret meetings before. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night, but nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right, when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jinochi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterwards, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashima talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also what I saw Jinochi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. Oh wait, what was that? I was dumb to fall for that creep's Jinochi strike so easy. I could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. Okay. Last dialogue. What you described just sounds like Michio would just kill Mr. Jinochi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way you mean that really was her ghost, like for real. Those who died bearing a strong resentment or regret or occasionally become spirits, either bound to the place of roaming freely. However, it usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it is possible they could possess someone close to them for those lingering regrets. Okay, zombie. Huh, wonder if that's what happened. Alright, then supposing that spirit board said is true about Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up on no matter what the situation is. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she would kill herself. I guess that's all. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, he told me. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the times. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to when I imagine it. Wait, you're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Oh, shut up. You were the one avoiding me. Anyways, catch you later. Don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jinochi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jinochi to be different. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Jinochi, he told me, and old man Ashima, who ran into you. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person he told me saw a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what he told me was saying, it doesn't seem like she's the one. Mr. Jinochi is pretty suspicious though. If he was a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right. That's why I say there's multiple. Alright. The person who killed Mr. Jinochi would be one too. Which means it must have been either the mysterious girl or the old man Ishima. Yeah, we certainly be careful of them, that said. The mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jinochi thought it was Michio that was attacking it has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remember. I also saw Mr. Arashi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses, given that he's the one doing the research of the Rite of Resurrection. So we have to be careful of the old man Ishima and Mr. Arashi. I want to believe that that's not all the curse bearers who will be hostile, but... As for what to do now, I'd like to find who is responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We need to talk with Mr. Arashi. He's definitely knows something. It should be easier during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try hitting someplace someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Oh, many places. A candy shop? I don't know. And so, Mio and Yako decided on their next location to investigate. Oh, okay. I guess we can't proceed after this. Alright, how long have I been? Okay, almost 2 hours. I'm gonna stop right here. Before I do that, let me make sure I save. Alright, I already saved, so I'll go stop right here. Alright, so this is Paranormasight. I'm gonna go stop right here. I think I could continue tomorrow. Yeah, sure. I'll continue tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll probably raise someone. But yeah.